Hey, Anna, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to talk about your transformation and the work that we've done together, these past few months. Before we dive in, before you decided to join my one-on-one coaching program, what other programs were you doing previously and why were they working or not working?
So one thing I had done in the past, I had done some beach body programs, and I would say it wasn't necessarily that they didn't work, but I think I lost interest in them. I didn't really feel like I had, the accountability or necessarily the motivation to really stick to them very well. I had kind of just done some things on my own. I have kind of set up a home gym. And so just trying to do some of my own routines, but not really knowing, what exactly I was doing to target what I was wanting results wise. So I feel like that didn't really um, give me the results I wanted either.
Yeah, totally. So at what point do you feel like you got to like mentally where you're just like, okay, I need help. I need direction.
Yeah, so I started with you in July of 2020, and I feel like I had kind of gotten to the point where I had been back to working out a little bit more consistently. My diet wasn't really on point. In the past, I had tried some diets that seemed like they were maybe a little too low calorie or a little too low in fats. And I think, if anything, it, may have given results right away temporarily, but then they weren't sustainable. And I never really felt very good on them. And I kind of had just had that moment of like, I really wanted to find something that was a lifestyle change and that was going to stick and that I could stick with. Because I've really always been interested in health and fitness for a long time, just haven't so much had the, I guess, proper information to make it sustainable.
Yeah, totally. I feel like that's where a lot of women struggle where they know what they want to do, they're willing to do it. They're just not quite sure what to like stick to. There's a lot of self-doubt and a lot of, like back and forth and just they don't have like solid information or answers to okay, this is what we have to do to get you here.
Yes.
So when we started, how fast, after the next, few weeks, was it a few months? How fast did you start to see changes in yourself?
I actually, honestly, I feel like I felt the changes immediately, like within the first week. I would say even picture wise, I can't remember if it was 2 week progress pictures or 3 week progress pictures, but I compared and I couldn't believe the difference just in a matter of 2 or 3 weeks. Like I was shocked. I think that learning, having you do the macros, I mean, that is huge. I think that is something that, that is just like the most valuable thing. I think that has been absolutely huge and something that I wouldn't have even really known where to start with that. But yeah, I saw changes. I mean, right away, even within the first week. So
So physically you saw changes. What about mentally?
yeah, mentally. So one of the other things that I really loved that you had assigned for me right at the beginning was the journaling and the writing down the goals. I think that helped me tremendously mentally to, first thing, whether I did it first thing in the morning or at night, right before I went to bed for the next day, I would schedule my entire day and schedule all my food and, set out my goals. And it was like, I'm very detail oriented and very organized. And so by having this list of this is what I'm going to do and this is what I need to accomplish, that was huge for me. It helped me to stay on track big time.
Well, I love that. And that's like a huge part of progress and changes. It's, you can be handed a plan, the perfect macros, the perfect workouts, but if you don't have on the forefront of like what your actual goals are and why you want to get there, it's such a huge part of the pie that people are missing for that sustainability and to like get you through because we have been through a lot over these past few months together. So why don't you kind of talk about that? Like what were the struggles and how did we overcome them?
Yeah. So I felt like um, I know it seems like there's always things, that come up in life. So I had a surgery and I feel like I'm so happy with and impressed that I was able to maintain the results that I had gained during the recovery time of the surgery, because I wasn't able to really work out, and you adjusted my macros and did everything as needed. And then as I was able to start working out more, adjusted my workouts for what was appropriate for what I could do. And I didn't lose any progress. And I am just thrilled about that. And then, of course, the holidays, even though for me necessarily the holidays, I don't really feel like is a big struggle like it is for some people. I was really appreciative of how, we kind of let up on the macros so that we were able to kind of maintain and still, enjoy all the functions and not feel pressured or like missing out or anything like that. So that was big. And then I just think too, just being it's been really almost a year, it's like, life just happens and nothing's, always perfect. And I just feel like you're always very supportive, and you're just always there to adjust everything, as needed, no matter what I'm going through. I think that's just been totally awesome.
I really appreciate that. I mean, like, you've been a rock star, like, seriously. There's exactly what you said, life is gonna life. And it's just all a matter of, having somebody to help you, like, just
Mhm.
like that validation of like, hey, okay, let's do this. And there's no reason to lose progress. You can just, maintain for a little bit, and you can adjust how you need based on what's going on in your life. So I absolutely love that. Um, if you were to give anybody any advice about joining one-on-one coaching, working with me, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to do it. I mean, don't even think twice about it. It's totally worth it. And the knowledge that they will gain is just, I mean, amazing. And, I feel like it's just been a great experience. I've learned so much. I've gained so much. I feel like I have reached goals that, I didn't really ever think that, I would get to. And it's been, I feel like it's really been, I don't want to say effortless, like that, because obviously you have to put in the effort, but it's just been easy and enjoyable. And I hope that makes sense. But
No, totally.
yeah, I've really loved it.
Cool. I really appreciate that. It's been so much fun working with you, and I'm excited to continue working with you through 2021. It's been a blast, but thank you so much for your testimonial. It means so much to me. I love it. I
Oh,
love seeing all
thank
your
you.
progress and success.
Thank you.